Hey everyone, welcome back to the HarvestToTable.com video channel. Today, we're diving into the world of Swiss chard, a fantastic and nutritious leafy green that's not only delicious, but also super easy to grow. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, let's look at the entire process of growing Swiss chard, from planting seeds to harvesting your bountiful crop. Ready to turn your garden into a Swiss chard paradise? Let's get started. Swiss chard is a versatile green that can be eaten raw in salads, sautéed, steamed, or used in soups and stews. You can enjoy Swiss chard's nutritious and tasty leaves throughout the growing season. Swiss chard is commonly thought of as a cool weather biennial crop. It's a member of the spring and autumn growing beet family. But unlike other members of the beet family, Swiss chard is not particular about temperature. It will germinate and produce in temperatures from 50 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. It will not go belly up in summer heat, and it will keep growing right through the first few mild freezes in the fall. In mild climates, Swiss chard is a perennial that will produce for several years. To grow Swiss chard, just keep it well fed, and every time the leaves get to about 12 inches long, cut the whole plant down to about 3 inches above the ground and let it regrow for repeated harvests. Swiss chard is a great crop for succession planting. You can plant a new crop every 2 weeks from spring until the first freeze in autumn. Swiss chard can grow to about 16 inches tall, and the leaves and stalks can be harvested several times over the course of a season on a cut-and-come-again schedule. You can start growing Swiss chard by selecting a variety you like. 3 great growers are Argentata, Ruby Red, and Bright Lights. Argentata is a very mild and slightly sweet Italian heirloom that has silvery white ribs, deep green leaves. The leaves are tender and crisp. Ruby Red is an American heirloom with a rich, earthy taste. It has ruby red stalks and veins and dark green leaves. It is sometimes called rhubarb chard. Bright Lights is a real showstopper with bright green leaves and stalks of red, white, pink, sunshine yellow, and bright orange all mixed together in a row. It has a delicate flavor and a nice crunchy texture. Planting Swiss chard. Swiss chard is most often planted in early spring for a summer harvest, or in late summer for a fall harvest. You can sow Swiss chard directly in the garden 2 to 4 weeks after all frost has passed in spring, when the soil temperature is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. To get an early start, sow Swiss chard seeds indoors as early as 3 to 4 weeks before the average last frost date in spring for transplanting out when plants are 3 to 4 inches tall. You can plant Swiss chard also in summer for a fall harvest. Once established, chard will tolerate heat and frost. In mild winter climates, chard can be grown through the winter. Where to plant Swiss chard? Grow Swiss chard in full sun in spring and autumn. Grow chard in partial shade in summer. Swiss chard grows best in temperatures between 50 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. It can tolerate frost. Leaf growth will slow when temperatures warm into the 80s. Swiss chard grows best in well-worked, well-drained soil, rich in organic matter. Before planting, amend the soil with aged compost to improve its fertility and drainage. Dig in some well-cured manure to give the leaves a good, healthy nitrogen boost. Chard does not favor soil that is too acidic. It prefers a soil pH of 6.0 to 6.8. Planting Swiss chard seeds. Sow Swiss chard seeds about ½ inch deep and 4 inches apart. Thin plants from 4 to 5 inches apart if you want to harvest whole plants. If you plan to harvest leaves, cut and come again as needed, space plants 8 to 10 inches apart. That will give plants plenty of fresh air circulation. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged while the seeds are germinating. Swiss chard seeds typically germinate within 7 to 14 days. Once seedlings have sprouted and grown to 2 to 3 inches tall, thin them to about 6 to 10 inches apart to allow for proper airflow and growth. Thinned seedlings can be replanted in the garden or in containers, or you can steam and toss them with a little butter and garlic. Swiss chard is a good companion for lettuce, spinach, cabbage family crops, beans, and peas. Swiss chard grows from a seed cluster, several seeds to a cluster, similar to beets. Clusters are likely to produce several seedlings, so be sure to thin plants to the strongest seedling. Cut the weaker seedlings off at soil level with small scissors. Swiss chard can grow crowded, but leaves will be smaller. Crowded plants may tend to bolt and go to seed more quickly. Swiss chard will grow to full size in an 8-inch pot. In larger containers, set chard in wide rows on 8-inch centers. Pick older, outside leaves first, and allow young, tender leaves to grow on. Water and feeding Swiss chard. Keep Swiss chard evenly moist for quick, tender growth. Swiss chard prefers consistent moisture, so make sure to water regularly, keeping the soil evenly moist. However, be careful not to overwater, as this can lead to root rot. Mulch around the plants to help retain moisture and prevent weeds. Swiss chard is a heavy feeder, so it benefits from regular fertilization. Apply a balanced fertilizer, such as a 10-10-10, every 4 to 6 weeks to support healthy growth. Problems. Harvesting. Swiss chard typically takes about 50 to 60 days to reach maturity, but you can harvest baby leaves earlier. For the best flavor, harvest chard when the leaves are young and tender, typically around 6 to 8 inches long. Cut the outer leaves at the base of the plant, leaving the inner leaves to continue growing. Regular harvesting will encourage the plant to produce more leaves. Older, larger leaves will have an earthy flavor. If you harvest the whole plant, cut it back to about 3 inches above the soil, and it will grow back. Swiss chard that is overwintered in the garden can be harvested again the second year. Chard will keep in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. Remove the stem, and chard will keep in the freezer for up to 6 months. Swiss chard is a versatile and nutritious green that can be served in many delicious ways. Here are a few. Sauté chopped Swiss chard in olive oil with garlic, onions, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Add a splash of lemon juice or a sprinkle of red pepper flakes for extra flavor. Use young, tender Swiss chard leaves for a fresh salad. Toss with other salad greens, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, and a simple vinaigrette. Add some nuts or seeds for crunch. Incorporate Swiss chard into a quiche with eggs, cream, cheese, and other vegetables or meats. The chard adds a nutritious twist to this classic dish. Add Swiss chard to your favorite stir-fry recipes. It pairs well with tofu, chicken, or beef, and absorbs the flavors of the stir-fry sauce. Use Swiss chard in soups and stews for added texture and nutrition. It works well in vegetable soups, bean soups, or even in a hearty minestrone. Use Swiss chard leaves as a low-carb wrap alternative. Fill them with your favorite ingredients, such as hummus, grilled chicken, or veggies. Blend Swiss chard with garlic, nuts like pine nuts or walnuts, Parmesan cheese, olive oil, and a squeeze of lemon to make a vibrant pesto. Use it as a pasta sauce or a sandwich spread. And that's a wrap on growing Swiss chard, from seed to harvest. We hope you found this guide helpful and are excited to start your own chard journey. If you want our complete Swiss chard growing guide, go to harvesttotable.com and enter Grow Swiss Chard in the search bar, or click on the link in the notes below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks from harvesttotable.com videos. If you want to share your own Swiss chard success stories, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching the harvesttotable.com video channel. We'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening!